Hi traders. So in today's video, I am going to talk about some of my EAs, my new updates, and I want to make some things clear and transparent related to my EAs and their updating system and how I am looking at the next year as well, how is all the progress. And also, which is even more important, is I want to give you some tips and tricks how to trade in December, because I have to tell you, most of the time, and this is based on objective facts and truths, is so most of the time, traders, including myself, traders worst month is December. Now, of course, if there is something craziness happening in the world during the year, it can be a worst month. But December, like, is the worst, generally, like the worst month of all. And there are a couple reasons why, and there are a couple of things you can do. And I think the best way to be able to control your trading and yourself in December is understanding of the markets and the whole situation, why it is. Because if I am just telling you, like in other years, that and then now it's not good to trade in December, you are going to tell me, yeah, you are just saying this, and this you don't have any proof. So it is just important that we are going to have some proof today, and maybe some personal stories as well about December trading. So also, I am constantly working on all my EAs, and some announcement. I updated a bunch of them this year, and almost every one of them got the new structure. I am further developing the Spectrum Trend Pro Indicator and EA. I am developing the Apex EA. I am developing the Powerful Price Action EA, the Metatrader, also the Imperium Pattern EA, the Leopard EA, and of course the AutoTrade Gold as well, the Index Trader as well too, and the Viking is going to get the biggest update of all time. So it is going to be crazy, and I have so many tricks. I would say not tricks, but intelligent moves, strategies that I included in the Viking. But I don't want to publish it in December or like in the beginning of December, because I have some work on it still to make it the best version of itself that can be. But also, I think that it wouldn't make any sense. I want to like work on it until I am very satisfied with the result, and then I want to publish it in December, but not at the beginning, so you can still test it and prepare for the next year. I have another new set file for the ATG EA, the AutoTrade Gold, at this moment, that I just want to show you, because why not? And it is pretty good. It is a pretty good set file. If you take a look at it, it has a maximum stop loss of 2000 pips and the minimum take profit of 2000 pips. And of course, you have a bunch of like dynamic exits and smart exit methods, but this is going to give us like a good understanding of this set file. Let's see. Yeah. So I just want to run it for 6.5 years, and while I am running it, so I can show it to you, and I am also always putting up these set files on Gumroad, and also this EA is going to get a Telegram group as well as the Apex EA. The Apex EA already has it, so I can just publish the new set files, share results with you, and all of these things, which is very important. What I also wanted to tell you about the ATG, of course, you have still a 40% off if you want to buy it until the end of December with the code, if you want. But that I was developing it for a half a year, the new version. I was going crazy because most gold traders were really struggling. And the general strategies, the thinking behind like gold, and a price action, dynamic exits. Gold is so manipulated right now, and it's so crazy in the geopolitical side, in the political side, the socio-economical side, that it is almost impossible. And so I'm so happy that since I published the new version, of course, it is a real trading system. No martingale, no grid, nothing, just a real trading system. So we had some ups and downs, which is completely normal. But we have 52% gain from I think from June or July, and we only have 20% drawdown, so pretty good ratio, especially for gold. And so let's see the months, and almost every month it was doing a very good numbers. So this is just something I wanted to share with you, and I hope I am going to have even better set files, for example the one that we are now testing, because these are very realistic ones, not ones that are over optimized randomly. So why you shouldn't trade in December, really, or how you should trade in December? These are very hard questions. And I realize when I am telling these things, like in a video with just my face, I think people are not as happy as if I am reading like studies, results, data. And I will be honest, I like data, I like results, so statistics. So let's see. Why trading in December is so different than any other month, and why it is so much worse to trade forex in December. Please tell us facts that are based on real studies, and also if you have a like if you have, how could I phrase it, like statistics, how much more people are losing that month, and how much more people are their accounts. There was a time when I was trading in December crazily, and I remember sitting with my family at the dinner table, and I was completely miserable. I was only thinking about the trade that was in a huge minus, and that is going to destroy my account when the market is going to open. And it happened. And it happened over and over again. And I was never really I never really listened. It was years and years ago. I never really listened that. And I was reading all the time and hearing professional traders saying that December is a month that they are skipping. They are not trading in December. And only the scammers are saying many times that December is the greatest month, buy my special Christmas trading signals. I don't know. But usually, generally, professional traders are not trading in December, and we are going to see why. I think now for a couple of years, like 5 years, I am making a video about this every year. And I think I saved some people for blowing their account and from like depression and all these kind of things with my videos about this. So let's hope this video is going to do this also. Okay, let's see. Pretty nice recovery here at the end, which is great that during these very volatile times, and it is not a martingale greed craziness EA. It is like a real strategy based one. So you're not going to see these charts that doesn't have any any zigzags and stuff. Zigzags are good. They are normal. They are part of trading. So this is good because even in the worst periods, it was stable. And this is what I am seeing with the new ATG version now that I showed you. That yeah, there are some ups and downs, but even in the worst parts that are crazily bad for most of the EAs, even the YouTube AI series EAs were not so great in the last. I don't know. There was a period now that was crazy on gold, but this EA was pretty stable and it recovered like a very stable way. And also, which I wanted to show you, is that I switched off the entire set that was doing this one and actually this one. So now we are trading with the set files that were the most stable. So, and I am always working on them. If you, as you see it here, so I am always working on new set files. So what we have is around 300% gain, around one, like, I don't know, this profit factor is like, it's on the good side, but it can be better. But we have some set files that are better. I just want to, when I am developing a set file, I just want to put it out. So traders who find that, yeah, this is a set file that I would use, they can use it. All of them are professionally made and stuff. So I also tested them in Monte Carlo analysis and for the drawdown calculation, for example, everything. So they are not, so they are safe. 74% win rate is very, very high compared to the fact that it has a largest profitable trade of almost $700 and only like like an almost $400 loss, which is which is pretty good. And what kind of trades we had? Pretty good trades overall, so that's great. I am always recommending to use sets together, so you have a good volume but good quality as well, which is important. Let's see, consecutive wins, very good ratios overall, I would say. Yeah, so I'm going to put it up. You can check it out. I have some even like I have some much smoother curves, but this set was very good in Monte Carlo analysis, so I think it worth the while to test out and maybe try it out. um, yeah and okay, so back to the why not to trade in December or how to trade in December stuff. Let's see, we're working with some studies, which is okay. So based on my research, I need to be honest with you, there aren't published academic studies. Okay, academic studies are hard to find in this field, but here are some alternative ones um, that we can find. So it is hard for traders to many times to find reliable stuff, but we can do it just with some tricks. How many trades below their accounts? Yeah, it's no study like that. I just want similar ones that I can bring into this. Okay. Documented December market conditions, verified data. US fixed income volumes drop 20% in December. European fixed was dropped 20 to 40% in December. Asian market volume dropped between 40 and 50% between Christmas and December, New Year's. That is crazy. Global futures and options volumes in the latter half of December are down by 40%. Christmas Eve and Boxing Day shows volume at roughly 20% of normal. Let's see, analysis. That is a long analysis. So why December is problematic to trade, and that's important. That it is not just something that a random YouTuber is saying. That because I could say like December is the best month to trade, and you would like, okay. So I think many times YouTubers are very like not responsible at all. They are just telling things that are good for them, but I like facts. So First of all, liquidity crisis. When the volume drops by 50%, you face wider spreads, true. Increased slippage, true. Difficulty executing desired prices, greater, like, this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one why traders are losing like insane amounts. Uh, like in December, the markets are so much more manipulated. They can be manipulated so much, as it's saying here, because it is just easier because of the less volume. Very, very important. Institutional exodus. Major market participants step away, reducing the impulsive, non-volatile trends that traders rely on for consistent profits. Very important. So many times you have these markets that are just kind of strange. They are no, you don't see that volume, that thing that you can squeeze some like pips from, but you see these strange movements that are, and like these strange spikes that are kind of hunting stop losses and stuff, because many times it's exactly what they do, and yeah, not great. So let's see. Institution, yeah. Change market character. Like, you're trading with a great EA, like the AutoTrade Gold, or and then it is great, and you optimize tested it, but usually, and overall it is great, but usually, if you would test it without December, it would be better. So this is just this that markets show corrective volatile structures with false breakouts during the holiday period. And the backtested strategies were optimized on normal market conditions, not on December's thin liquidity. It is very important, and most EAs are not really working in like different liquidity. And probably this is the biggest one that is the takeaway, that in these it's just different. It's just very different if you try to test a great working strategy many times in December and manually with EAs, you are facing the truth, and and it ruins your holiday. Basically, it ruined my holiday so many times. It doesn't worth it. But yeah, let's go ahead. The reality for algorithmic traders: if for your EA work specifically in December, it's dangerous because your algorithm accepts normal liquidity most of the time. They are optimized or backtested. Yeah, I would say this is for my EAs, this is not true, because my EAs are tested for multiple years and they are tested on December also. So they are not going to blow your account at all. That is like that never happened. But that is saying something. But you can lose 10%. Like, why would you, like, yeah, you are active, you are trading, but I think the illusion of action is so huge in trading, that if you just, let's say, you just in December you decided to just prepare your EAs for the next year, so they can crash the markets. That's a better deal, because you are not losing, you are not stressed, and you can just focus on what's important. But I would say you can actually, like, trade in December, but trade with like 1/3 of your original lot sizes, and trade with a spread filter. Very important. If you are doing these two things that not many, you are going to be fine, and you can also make money, but it is much more hard, much more difficult. Um, so in December, I'm going to trade with my EAs and with the live accounts that are on my FX book and or everywhere. So I am transparent, but with a lower lot size, because I just know that December is not as great, and I recommend for you, and I just want to be as honest as possible. December is actually not great to trade. Let's see, but then you can prepare for the next year. It's great. Okay, so I would say we don't have these issues, because the EAs that I have, for example, but it is not just about my EAs. It's about your systems. If you are scalping, I wouldn't recommend December at all, for example. If you have these kind of edges, don't do that. Force signals multiply so many times with EAs as well. Reduced volume means noise to signal ratio increases dramatically. Stop loss hunts become easier, as I said, with larger players can use the thin liquidity and use small traders who have nothing else to do but trading, which is I love to trade in December, but it is like it should be illegal for retail traders. But then, who would use the small traders? Like big guys love this, not the big institutions, because big institutions don't trade in December really. Okay, yeah, we don't have data about this because this is not publicly available, but yeah, you can backtest December's, and if some of my EAs, of course, for example, of your EAs are doing great historically in December, you can trade with them generally. This is important. Holiday features, filters, that is something you can consider. Use huge spread if you are testing in December. Use pet filter, I think, in December, because you might have less trades, but at least they are not going to be washed away by the spreads. So bottom line, December's poor reputation isn't based on dramatic loss statistics, but on verifiable structural changes in market conditions that invalidate the assumptions your trading system relies on. That's it. I hope I could help some people, and you can see that it is not something that I am like, I want to be lazy and not trade in December. It's just the facts. Ciao.